have a dream. My 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today. With this faith, we will be able to work together, to pray together, to struggle together, to go to jail together, to stand up for freedom together, knowing that we will be free one day. Let freedom ring, and when this happens, when we allow freedom ring, when we let it ring from every village and every hamlet, from every state and every city, we will be able to speed up that day when all of God's children, black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics, will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual, free at last, thank God Almighty, we are free at last.
I don't feel free. I don't even feel free driving around my own town. When my brother and I are driving and we are near a cop, we immediately get anxious, turn down the music, and sit up straight. We don't want to seem suspicious or a threat in any way. We never know what could happen.
I feel comfortable having to explain my sexuality a lot because people tend to make false accusations of my sexuality, and I don't feel like I have the same respect from other people because of my sexuality.
I don't feel accepted. When it comes to being a Hispanic and white student, I struggle with not feeling white enough to be with the white kids or not Hispanic enough to be with Hispanic kids. And being LGBTQ on top of all of those things, there is this divide within itself because even within the Hispanic community alone, there's a lot of homophobia, and there's homophobia that I deal with at home around my family, and I have to be cautious with who I'm open with.
I don't feel safe walking to my car by myself at night. I don't feel comfortable being trapped in my own head when trying to attempt the simplest tasks like getting up in the morning, taking a shower, doing my schoolwork. I don't feel heard when I'm screaming at the top of my lungs to be treated the same, to be looked at the same, to be the same. The ability to not have to worry about these things that follow so many others around is a privilege. A privilege to feel free from society's binds. A privilege to not feel restricted and suffocated, like you're drowning in a hometown that targets you for things you cannot control. For many, their skin, gender, mental state, sexual identity, ethnicity, financial status, and disabilities feels like a weapon. It feels like a weapon as soon as they walk out their front door, for some, a weapon within their own home. All of us, we walk around every day unaware of what we have and unaware of what others don't have. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. expressed to many to not only seek equality and acceptance among each other, but to look within ourselves and acknowledge the privilege we carry.
The privilege to feel comfortable asking an officer for help, the privilege to love someone the way you want to, the privilege to have your phone paid for, the privilege to have a car, the privilege to learn about your history and culture in school, the privilege to have an accessible way to get into a building. We can choose to ignore these things and continue on with our lives, but as MLK once said, our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter. Privilege doesn't have to be a negative topic. We all have it, but we can no longer be silent about it. The conversation must continue.